everyone! It's Jason!
And Desmond!
We are the Single Guys! The Single Guys Podcast. Yes, we are back for another round of, well, it's not relationship advice. It's more like telling stories.
Yeah, sharing opinions.
Okay. We don't claim to be experts.
Oh yeah, for sure. If there's anything, please do not.
Please do not listen to us.
Yeah, coming from two single guys.
Correct. Don't take our advice unless we quote them with like some fancy schmancy online journalist article.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know if they're correct or not, but hey, they might be better than us.
Yep, it's our 2 cents.
Okay. First things first, we are on Instagram.
Yeah, you can find us at the.singleguys.
And we have an email.
thesingleguys.podcast@gmail.com.
That's right. So, today's topic is one which I don't know how it came to me, but it was one of those that I was like, hey, how come we never done this topic before? And it's a topic that
yeah, there's a lot of people that are probably wondering about this or struggle with it or find it challenging.
Like ourselves. And that topic is, how do you know that you're in the friend zone? And how do you get out there? This is probably more like us asking for help. Like, hey, help us out. But having said that, is there anyone in your group, right, or people that you know that you'd like to get out of the friend zone?
In our group that likes to get out of the friend zone. Myself,
no.
Yes, but someone else, not so much. Not that I know of. Because I think the majority of my friends are all either married or engaged. Yeah.
I think for me, right, it's if I'm comfortable with them, I kind of make it known that I have no intentions to, be with you.
Right. So the question again that I would ask is, before you reached a point where you're comfortable, right?
Yeah.
Was there a point where you were interested?
No, because I'm the type that usually from the start, I'm not saying quite obvious, but I will make it awkward. So I make it awkward. Even though I can make it comfortable, I will make it awkward.
Purposely lah.
Yeah. Just to have that bit of tension there.
Always good. Tension's always good.
Yeah. So I guess this is how I try not to get in the friend zone.
For sure. I mean, I don't know how. I don't know the science behind it. I don't know what's the reality behind it. But there was a video that I saw somewhere that did mention that, especially when a girl like looks at a guy, right, someone that she's never met before, they will instantly, I don't know how instant, but they will almost immediately put them into one of two categories. One being, all right, he can be a good friend, or two, dateable.
Okay.
Or potential. Oh yeah, either friend or potential.
Okay.
So I don't know.
So that's like within the first meet or what?
That's what they said.
Wow. That's harsh.
It is harsh. It is harsh.
I think even for a guy, it'll probably take them like 5 meets before they're like, you know what? She's dateable. And I think for guys, right, we don't have two categories from the start. We usually just have one category, which is like dateable plus potential friend at the same time. And then somewhere along the lines, we're going to split them into the two boxes. It's like reverse. The reverse of the girl.
Instead of categorizing them, we just funnel all of them into one first. Then we'll split them later.
See, that's why men are less complicated. It's true though, because why do you want to complicate yourself at the start?
Oh no, for sure. I agree.
So we usually have one tunnel or one box.
Correct.
And then we go, maybe it's time I need to categorize this girl into one category or another.
Yeah? For sure.
But like I said, for me, even though I have one box at the start, I will always try to make sure it's a bit awkward.
That is so interesting though. That is so unique, I feel.
I don't think so. I learned this from other guys. Yeah. Because I think with especially with white people. I mean, I'm not generalizing here, but I learned this from my white friends.
Right.
Where they're like, dude, you can't just put it out there that you like her, or you can't put it out there that you're not
Oh no,
interested
that one
in
for
her.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah? And then I was like, but how do you manage the situation? It's like, be awkward. Like, you have to sometimes be that bastard. Like, you say something mean, you know it's gonna hurt her, but it is done on purpose. You're trying to push the button and see how far you can go.
Oh God, I don't necessarily agree with this approach, but I get where they're coming from. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you then counter that by being super nice the next day or something like that. Right? You just confuse them and yourself.
Oh no, for sure. Yeah, and yourself in the process. Yes.
Yeah. But if I'm being genuinely nice to you, for me it's like, it's not that I'm not interested in you, but I've kind of like put you in that box.
Right. I get you.
Yeah. And or it could be, I'm just too lazy to play this game.
Yes, that's true. Yes.
Because the easy way to maintain a friendship with a member of the opposite sex is to have no interest and just be genuine friends. And then somewhere along the line, then you maybe put her in a separate box. It sounds like we're kidnapping her, man. Put her in a box and...
Put her in a box. Shh, don't tell them.
But yeah, so that is... that's the way I've always gone about it, lah.
That's so interesting. Then again, it's nothing new between like the both of us. Like, obviously, a lot of the times we're pretty much polar opposites.
True.
My general approach always is, whenever I'm interested, I'm always the opposite. As in, I will be super nice.
Okay.
Maybe that's probably why I'm scared. I scared. I don't know, a lot of them away. Possibly. It's like,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I just had a light bulb moment because.
Although I'm nice, like generally, right, to a lot of people, but if I'm interested in someone, I'm super nice.
Oh.
I would like go the extra distance, which to me screams like, hello, I'm interested in you.
Yeah.
Why do you not take notice? Which is why after a while I'm like, you know what, if you don't notice, then screw it lah.
Okay. Because the word that I've had from different girls about me, right, is they are confused.
That's what you were aiming for.
That's the word that I've been told about my behavior.
Right.
Because they say I confuse them. First of all, they're confused like whether I'm interested or not.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
And then they're confused. Then another thing that comes out is they're confused whether I'm even straight.
Well, okay. That's one of the things that I guess in this day and age that you and I both share this same common problem.
Like, bitch, can't you tell I'm straight? But
Like,
anyway. But yeah, the word that I've been told about myself is confused. So I guess what I'm doing is working. But the thing is, what these girls always say, right, is once there's too much confusion, they're just like, you know what? Fuck the shit, I'm not gonna bother.
Yeah.
So
just gotta tone it down a little
maybe.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Because they're like, is he into me? Is he not into me?
But you see, this is the thing.
Yeah.
Right? Girls play that game as well.
But that's the thing.
And they're so good at it.
They like it.
Yeah.
So I keep playing it, but then suddenly they tell me it's too confusing. I'm like, what?
I will still fight for equality.
Hey, that's another topic, okay? Equality in dating.
So many people are gonna hate me for it.
We're gonna be the single guys forever. This podcast is becoming more of us bitching and complaining about being single. But hey, it's entertaining. It's fun for us.
Yeah. We enjoy talking about it.
So, how do we know we're in the friend zone? How did this term even come about? Who even bothered to categorize this? Like, why would you even create such a category? But the moment this category was created, everyone, men and women, will suddenly like snap out the fingers like, yes, this is exactly where you are.
Yeah.
And I've been in the friend zone.
I'm pretty sure the majority of us has been.
I don't think any guy has never been in the friend zone.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure there's like majority guys. I'm sure girls have also gone through this. But I always hate this and I always dread this. You know how, not even just talking about friend zone, right? Before the friend zone, you know how, let's say, if you're interested in a girl, right? And you're having a conversation with her, and suddenly she drops the, yeah, bro.
Oh man, that is
I'm like, pow! Ouch!
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Ouch! I'm like,
It's like, don't bro me.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to be your bro.
I do have a response to that though. There is I learned this much later after being called bro too many times, and I think it was an audio podcast or maybe a YouTube video. I can't remember, but it was just basically how do you respond to a girl the first time she calls you a bro, right? And it wasn't very nice, but it's something that you have to draw the line.
Yeah, I agree.
And what I really wish I remember whether it was an audio video, but anyway, I remember the guy saying it. It was like he said, "I'm not your bro. I'll make you pregnant." I was like, "Yo,
wow!"
straight away, that line is drawn. It's like, I will make...
That's no longer a line, man. That's a freaking highway just built right there.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, whoa, and I tried it.
Not nice. I should definitely give it a try.
Yeah, it was like, okay, I tried it, and actually, it worked. So, I did this to somebody, a friend of mine.
Right.
She was one of those that also was confused whether, number one, I was straight. But even though, and I like to try all these things on attached girls or married, because it's more of testing to see how it works.
Correct. You're more curious about the results, or like, what kind of reaction will it bring?
Yeah. So I tried this on a friend of mine who is at that time she was just attached lah, and then she was like, okay, no, wait, her reaction was, I don't believe you. I was like, bitch, let's go to the room.
You best believe it.
Yeah. Then she's like, okay, I believe you, don't go too far. But it straight away, it just...
Oh no, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Battle lines drawn. It's like, okay, you're straight, and you will fuck me, and I would probably get pregnant.
Great, man. I really wonder sometimes, like when girls say that, is that with an intention to, I don't know,
are they aware?
Correct. I really wonder if they're aware.
Yeah.
It could be intentional, it could be not, I have no idea. But I'm just assuming most of the time it's intentional, right?
Yeah. Girls who are intentional, that's not something I would connect.
Yeah.
But yeah, when they start calling you bro, it's either you just stop contact and like, okay, I'm done with this. Yeah. Or
I think that bro is, the first step in, hey, I'm gonna put you in the friend zone.
Yeah. It's like, no, don't do this to me.
Yeah.
There were a few other responses I remember, but that was the one that really stuck in my mind. Because it was the most straightforward, and
might be a bit too straightforward for Asian women though.
But you see, that's the thing. It might be too straightforward for someone like you, because you're generally nice.
Yeah.
But for me, I have shit that comes out of my mouth that can be quite mean. So for that to come out from my mouth is kind of like about par.
Yeah.
Right? So for them, they were like, alright, he's being an asshole, but okay, I get where he's coming from. Whereas if it's coming from you, where you're generally a much nicer guy than I am, they'll be like, what's wrong with him?
Yeah, for sure.
So maybe a toned down version of that.
Yeah, I need to increase the intensity for me.
And I probably need to decrease.
Yeah.
But okay, so yeah, I guess when the girl says, "Bro, you're in the friend zone," or you're about to enter the friend zone box.
Yeah. How you'll tell telltale signs that you're in the friend zone, or you know that you're in the friend zone.
Telltale signs. I used to think one of them is when you plan a trip together.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm going somewhere similar with that. Yeah.
When you plan a trip together and they don't mind to share rooms with
yeah.
you. I was
Correct.
like,
You're like, oh,
Okay.
That's too comfortable with me.
Yeah, that's
already.
too comfortable already. Having said that,
I will make you pregnant.
as long as you draw the lines.
don't you tempt me.
Yeah, don't test me. But it's true. You can say don't test me.
Oh yeah. No.
But yeah, you usually know you're in the friend zone when you're planning a trip together and they don't mind to share rooms and stuff.
That's for sure.
Or I guess most of the time you wouldn't plan trips together as just two of you, would you?
Don't know. It might happen. I think it might happen.
Okay.
We were close, but yeah, she needed one annoying friend, which I didn't quite
Okay.
enjoy.
But oh, you didn't enjoy her and her friend.
No, more of the other mutual friend.
I have a friend, right, who the first time we met, okay, we shared a room and a bed together. Literally, the first time we met.
This happened in uni.
Yeah, this obviously happened many years ago. But because she was someone who I knew, like I didn't know her, but I met her through another friend.
Yeah.
Who I was interested in, but so that friend dragged us both along because the girl I was interested in, her best friend, right, was the one I shared a bed with. So that gave me two things already. That was like, okay, the girl I'm interested in is not interested with me.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
so she
confirmed.
put me in the friend zone already.
Yeah.
Then number two, she put me in the same room as her best friend. And her best friend is quite tomboyish.
Right.
Okay. And we knew of each other, but we didn't know each other.
Right.
So the moment she told me,
awkward.
Well, that's the thing. Like I know her, she knows me. Oh, I know of her and she knows of me. And then we're like, oh, we're sharing a room right today. Oh yeah, okay. You know, it was just like that because it was like I knew I was gonna put her in the friend zone.
Size of bed.
King size lah, but still.
Okay lah. It's not too bad. Because up till today, right, I always had this question in my mind. I'm not sure if I've told you this story before, but there was once in uni, right? So I'm naturally quite close with a lot of girls. I have a lot of girl friends.
Yeah.
Right? So there was one time, like, there was a old friend of mine that I knew back in school, back in high school. We had a mutual friend. So it was just the three of us, right? So it was two girls and me.
Yeah.
They were living in an all-girls dorm. This was back in uni in Manchester. And, there was one night they were like, okay, let's just have a sleepover. And I'm like, why am I involved in this sleepover, right? And but anyway, that happened. And there was a girl that I was just sharing the bed with. And I'm like, now I'm the one confused. Because obviously, if I was to be sharing bed with anyone, it will be with my closest friend, right? Because I knew her ever since secondary 1.
Okay.
And it's basically, I don't know how many years, like a good 9 years already since then. And if anything, I should be sharing a bed with her, right? Comfortable, right? But no, I was sharing a bed with the other one. And get this, single bed.
Ooh, wow.
Tiny.
Okay.
Until today, I don't know what that meant.
Wow. Didn't you guys talk about it or?
No, never did.
Jeez.
So, I don't know.
You're confused and have been confused.
Yes.
Wow.
Still confused.
so
right?
Yeah, I'm stuck now.
Right?
But at least for me and this girl, because we kind of knew we were going to put in each other's friend zone, for us to share that bed, it was like, that's fine.
Yeah, a king's not bad actually. A king's fine. I can easily work with a king. But this is a single. You're literally back to back with each other. Still confused till this day.
I think if I was you in that position, I didn't care, man. I'm like, my hands are, I'm going to be all over you.
It's like,
I need a bolster. Maybe that's what happened. Your friend was trying to set you up.
Probably. I don't know. Could be. Yeah.
Were you interested in her?
No.
Could you have been interested in her?
I think I could have. But I never initially saw her that way.
See, that's the thing, right? Okay, with guys, right?
Back to the one funnel.
With guys, right? when we don't see a girl in that particular way, it's kind of hard for us to auto-tune that part of the brain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've been in that situation where I found myself with a girl in a, not say dodgy position, but like things could happen, right?
Oh.
Okay. And because I never saw her that way, I didn't do anything.
Yep.
Right? But when it's with a girl that I see potential, I obviously make the move.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right? So I know some guys can literally just automatically turn it on for anybody.
I can't, man. I can't.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't.
It's not how we were brought up,
Yeah. No.
right?
Correct.
That's why we're single. Because we miss all these opportunities.
Yep. That's probably like a lot of them just screaming, "Why did you just do it?
Why do you look like you're gay?
Idiot! You must be fucking gay."
You're with a girl, back to back. You didn't touch her. What the hell? Yeah, no. But funny thing is, right? So me and this girl, the one that I shared the bed with, we're still friends to this day. She's married now, and we talk about it all the time. And sometimes we bring it up in the group chat where the husband is also there, and then he's always like,
Poor guy.
no, he's quite cool. He's quite cool with it. He was like, "Why I saw these stories the other day?" I said, "Yeah, when we first met, we shared the bed together. That's the first time we met. That's it." It was wild times when we were younger. But yeah, it's really, really funny. But yeah, we haven't even talked about the friend zone. Okay.
But I'm pretty sure, man. I mean, if you're in the friend zone, you know.
True.
Right?
Okay, so now we've been talking about friend zone from a girl's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
What about a guy's perspective? Have you put anyone in the friend zone?
Yep.
Have you had a girl that say maybe liked you but you just can't?
Oh yeah, for sure. Guilty. Yes,
'Cause
probably. Maybe this is why. It's karma. God dang it.
But it doesn't happen for girls.
That's true though.
But okay,
Universe unfair.
so how we can't tell obviously what happens when we are put in a friend zone by a girl.
Yeah.
But we can obviously control what happens when we put a girl into a friend zone.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
For me, when I've put a girl into a friend zone, it doesn't mean that I will. For a guy, sex is sex, love is different. Right? I can do sex, I can have sex on autopilot. It's not going to be fun, but it's auto. Right?
Okay, I think yeah, for guys it is possible.
Yeah?
Not necessarily enjoyable, but it is possible.
Yeah, so just because I had sex with you doesn't mean I'm interested in you.
That is a possibility.
Yeah? But
Although disclosure doesn't apply to everyone.
oh yeah, that's true too. I've learned to separate the two already.
Yeah, but it is definitely possible.
And guys definitely do separate those two.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Girls like to, I guess because girls are more emotional creatures.
And they are, yeah.
Yeah, so they associate the action of sex as emotions, as caring, as love. But for guys, we can really just split or separate the two. Yeah?
Yep.
But when I've put a girl into a friend zone, I find it really hard to get attracted to her. It is like I can't see myself being with you.
Yeah, that's correct. Well, I mean, that's the reason why we want to put them in the friend zone in the first place, right? Because we don't see a potential.
Yep.
So naturally, then it's not like we want to cut you out of our lives, but then you're just a friend.
Yeah. But yeah, it's so but for a guy, right? I think it's easier for me to take a girl out of a friend zone to a potential category.
That is true. That is true. I do feel that, yes, it is easier for a guy to take a girl out of the friend zone.
I think it might apply to a girl too, because so for me, there's only one time where I've done that, right? Where I put a girl that was previously on my friend zone into a potential category, and that is a story that I've actually spoken about before. That was my summer fling.
Yeah.
So that girl, right, that summer fling of mine was, I've known her for at that time 3 years.
Mhm.
Okay. The first year I knew her, I was actually interested in her best friend.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So obviously, I used to go over their house. They lived together. I used to go over their house, and her best friend put me in the friend zone category. But fine, whatever. And I never saw this girl that way,
Yeah.
right? But once I stopped visiting them, and then lost touch,
Mhm.
and then connected back with her a couple of years later,
Mhm.
because we had classes around the same time, and yeah,
Sure.
things just worked out lah.
Mhm.
And oh yeah, that was because we had summer school.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So suddenly it was like she was the only person that I kind of knew or was comfortable enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I was comfortable enough. It wasn't exactly comfortable, but I was comfortable enough. Right?
Okay.
So, and then it just started out from there. It was like, hang on, I would not have seen myself going out with this girl this much and doing so many things with her just 2 years prior to this, because I was so infatuated with her best friend. But because we lost touch, we did not connect, we suddenly reconnected, and then circumstances brought us back together. Then it's like, oh, why didn't I see this part of her? Because it's very attractive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So I think timing or distance makes the heart grow fonder kind of thing.
For sure. For sure. And I think because you didn't really knew her, I think these things definitely can happen so much easier.
That is true. I didn't really know her the first couple. The first.
Which is the exact same thing that I say about knowing someone. So I was talking about this with a friend recently, and I was just saying that there's a difference. Kind of like say, if there's someone that I know for a really long time, let's say like someone that I've known back in secondary, right? Like I wouldn't see them as a potential. Like I wouldn't go out with them. I wouldn't date them. Just simply because I've known them for a really long time. It's like literally like just dating your best friend, right? But if it's someone that I know of, but I don't know that well, I still know of you. Like we hang out, we have mutual friends, blah blah blah. This that I know of you. I know you exist. I know your name. Maybe a little bit of something about you, but not that close. And to me, that gives room for the potential. Right? Let's say if you reconnected years after, whether it's 5, whether it's 10 years, whatever it is, right? Maybe because in those years, you never really see this person as a close friend.
Yeah.
There's still that potential that, hey,
It might work.
Yeah?
Yeah. I guess distance does make the heart grow fonder unintentionally.
Correct.
And I think circumstances has to play into it.
Yeah.
Like for me, because I went to summer school and I didn't have friends, and then all of a sudden she was there. It's like, hey, let's connect.
Yeah. Which I've also said to like a couple of friends as well. I'm like, you know what? With especially things with us, it's not a hard no. There is definitely potential. I wouldn't give it a hard no to say, oh, I would never date you. No, I wouldn't go that far. But you just see where it goes.
I also think a change in the life or situations in one or the other or both person's life will have a factor to do with it.
For sure.
So if let's say this person you did not see as dating potential, right? Because I don't know, for some reason or another, then who knows, she could have gotten into an accident, maybe lost a family member, that kind of thing. Then suddenly you look at it from a different perspective.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So changes in life situations might have something to do with it, with getting out of the friend zone.
Yeah.
I'm not advocating that someone is
Yeah, definitely not.
It's not the best way,
Yeah.
but I think those are situations which can also affect
for sure.
you coming out the friend zone.
For sure.
Yeah. Other than that, how would you get out of the friend zone? Don't contact them. Don't talk.
I think at the very least, do give it a try. As in, if you're interested in her and you really are interested in her, do give it a try. Drop hints, whatever it is. If the hints don't work, then be a bit more straightforward. If the line is not clear enough, build a freaking highway. And if after a couple of tries, and I think that if the girl's not interested, then dude, it's only one of two options left. Either you want to maintain the friendship, or you're at a point where you feel like you can't live without her.
You just cut it off.
Yeah, then you just have to cut it off. Right? It's either one of the two.
That is a really hard thing to do.
It is, especially if you're in the friend zone, and which means that you've built your friendship for quite a while now, right? Especially, I don't know about somebody else, but definitely speaking for myself here, friends right now to me mean a lot to me, right? It doesn't have to be anything special, but if I treat you close, it's enough for me to just want to maintain that relationship. So to risk it for a potential relationship, I won't do it. I'd rather save the friendship because that means more to me.
So you save the friendship with that girl if you can't get together?
Yeah. I would rather stay friends than risk.
And that's why we're opposite.
Correct.
Because for me, it's like I'm not getting with her. I don't see the point. You could be someone that I talk to so much or I love talking to, but the moment I think that it's not going anywhere, I literally can drop you. And I think that kind of applies.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think I can play both sides of the coin here. I mean, definitely, I think being physically present has a big part to play in it.
Okay.
Like, because the person's here in Brunei, I would feel that I would want to maintain that friendship, right? But let's say if I knew someone, even if it's for like 3-4 years, and I made it clear I was interested in her, but she still treated me like a friend, yeah, I'm gonna drop that because I'm not gonna be always available as your option, right?
Yeah. So I mean, this has happened to me in Brunei many times where I come to the realization that I'm not an option for her, and she still wants to stay friends. I'm like, why should I bother?
Yeah.
And I will drop her at no regrets. No, I mean, not say no regrets. There'll always be some regret.
Oh yeah.
I'm human.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not a robot. Okay. I have feelings too. But I will literally just ignore you, cut you off.
I think that's fine. I really think that's fine.
And I have been accused of being really mean or like a bastard because of that. Because like they're like, wow, just because there's no chance for you, you just want to drop. I said, yeah, because I don't want to waste my time. I'm not getting any younger. I'd like to find a partner. So if
for sure.
If keeping the friendship with you is going to take up this much time, I better use the time for something else.
I think I get where you're coming from, and I definitely share that same opinion as well. I think why I would treasure my friendship a lot more is because these people are still very close to me, or I value the friendship a lot, right? If it's someone that probably maybe like no less, or just 3-4 years, those I can drop.
Oh, I don't put time frame to it. For me, it's a case of
maybe because I'm a Pisces. I don't know, man. like I feel like the longer the relationship I build with people, the more precious it is.
Yep,
So
definitely.
people with
I don't
shorter
care.
time frame, they it's easier for them to get dropped.
Okay. Because I guess, well, you mentioned Pisces, right? I am the Capricorn. I am a bit cold-hearted. It's in my nature.
Right.
So I can be friends with you for 10 years, but if I suddenly think that it's not going anywhere,
God damn, man.
I will drop you.
God damn, Jason.
No, I mean that's your guy is different. What I'm talking
But
about
it's
is in
like
a dating. Yeah.
Sure.
Wow, so interesting.
Sure.
Okay, we never really got to the friend zone, but that kind of like ends the podcast because
we tried, but,
we tried. I mean, we're sharing our experiences. We found out that we don't have an answer for this, which we'll have to keep finding.
Yeah, to the people listening, were you expecting it?
What would you expect from two single guys? I mean, if we knew how to get out of the friend zone, we wouldn't be two single guys. We'd be too busy dating.
Yeah, man. If I knew, I would make a YouTube video and I'd probably get like millions of views.
I know, right?
Be rich. Yeah.
Okay, that's been the Single Guys podcast. I am Jason.
And I'm Desmond.
And we are out.